I've just been sitting in the sun. Oh God, the sun. And I got some flowers
I've just
from
been
our
sitting
garden.
in the sun.
No,
Oh God, sun.
it's just amazing to have the sun. I'm so grateful. And I got a whole lot of rings, loads and loads of rings for practically nothing online. So I got all these different rings on, feeling like a girl. Um, Welcome to the Mind, Body, Spirit. Welcome to the Holistic Monday. Now, there's a couple of things I want to say. First of all, I want to say thank you to the people that are doing programs, holistic programs on Moving On TV, for their kindness and for that they have given so much. People have given so much, and I hope you're watching, and I hope you're getting something from watching these programs because even if just one person watches so much, and I hope you're watching and I hope you're getting something from watching these programs because even if just one person watches so much, and I hope you're watching and I hope you're getting something. Even if I'm just checking that we're connected. Even if just one person watches, I can't see anybody at the moment. Even if I'm just checking that we're connected. I'm just grateful if one person is watching because they're getting something, and I'm excited about a lot of things at the moment. I've just done an awakening, and it's about rage, huge rage. So about sitting with the rage and feeling where it is and coming out of victimhood into your power. And to be able to do that is really powerful. And I'm starting to understand, I don't know about you, but the way life is working, spirituality, and why certain things happen. Now, for about 5 years in May, I haven't seen my family, I haven't seen my nieces, I haven't heard anything from them, not a thing, and only very little communication with the sister. And we are completely different over these issues. And she's been goading me about having, and all this. And I haven't seen them for nearly 5 years. I haven't seen them for 5 years in May. And I don't love them anymore. I don't. Not like that. I'm not talking about unconditional love where if they needed me and were knocking on my door, I'd be there for them. I don't love them. I honestly don't love them. I honestly, and if anybody saw me crying and screaming, I'm meditating and crying and screaming and grieving so much suffering for losing my family. They used to say this to me, one day you'll wake up and you'll know. I don't love them anymore. I don't care if I never see them again, ever. And that is huge. I mean, it's 5 years, guys, but who would want a family that I've not even seen you for 5 years? It's because I love myself. I love myself. And they gave me a huge journey, a very painful journey. It doesn't usually happen in a lifetime that you lose your whole family all in one go because of what happened with my dad. You lose your mom and your dad, and then you lose your sister and those three nieces. I can feel the anger. I'm not going to pretend the anger isn't there. It's good. And it's coming out of me because I did a huge amount of work on my heart chakra with Mina on Friday. And it's here and it's coming up. I do not love the blood family anymore. And I don't care if I never see them again. And but she was goading me with saying how great it is in Israel now. They don't have to wear implements and because they're all getting, you know what? And the goading side in me said to her, well, maybe one day you'll wake up and You didn't do what I asked you to do, and of course you got no grandchildren because your children went in the direction I told you not to. But they're not listening, and I don't care. I don't care if I never see them again. Isn't that amazing? I mean, guys, you anyone who knew me, whose shoulders I cried on, who gave me the gift of crying on your shoulder, I don't love them anymore. I don't need them. I don't want them. And that is amazing because I love me. I love me and I believe in what I believe in. And I've got an opportunity now to, Baba Berta says she's standing for president. I've got an opportunity to stand for the council, for the Freedom Alliance, and it could happen. And I think that's why they kept me here in Hazelmere, which means I will tell the truth of everything I've been through. I really need to write my life story, get back to it. But the biggest gift I've got today is realizing that I don't love the blood family I was born into. I don't need them, and I don't care if I never see them again. That's huge. It's huge. I don't love his family either, and I don't care if I never see them again. I have a lot of affection towards Martin. He's a good human being, and I care about him, but that's it. We're friends. And I am working on getting so strong on my own. Like Janie and Gina, these are goddesses. Janie and Gina and Angie Wilson, you are goddesses. And I am only learning how to be strong on my own. And it's incredible. I'm not being evicted. Something said to me, Lauren, we are keeping you here because you might need to represent this part of High Wycombe in the local elections. I mean, can you imagine? I'd be perfect. I'm bringing on moving on TV. Look, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it could happen, and I'm working through it at the moment. I'm not obsessed about it, but it would be so cool because I've got so much to teach. And I want to teach this. I want people to understand until you love yourself, whether you're in a journey that I'm not going to go into that journey at the moment, but whether you're in whatever journey you're in, you need to love yourself. That's it. And the more the sister kept goading me, the more I stepped back and was able to think, talking head, just like dad, talking head. And I do have a lot of affection towards my sister. She's my little sister. And I'm not saying that if something happened to her, I wouldn't be unhappy and upset. But I don't want to see her or them. They're completely different. They're on a completely different vibration. I have nothing to do with it. I have no interest in it whatsoever. None. They have no interest in me. I know what I need to do. I know what I believe in. And that's the first thing I wanted to talk to you about. Now, look at my flowers. I found them in our garden, which means the spring is in the front. I've made the lawn my garden. That is my garden. I don't care what anyone thinks. And when the sun comes out, I'm going to get my big, the big uh, pool that we have. No, I'll do that in the back because we've got the God, I can't think of the words today. We've got a pipe, and I can put loads of water into the swimming pool and fill it with water. And then I can sit in my bathing costume and relax and soak up the sun. But at the moment, I'm sitting in the front because the sun doesn't hit the back. So what I'm saying to you is, I don't know. I've dealt with a huge amount of rage today, and I'm putting that on the awakening. Come out of your victim and really feel what the sister. And as I'm talking to you, I feel the rage is going. It's going because I've got moving on TV, and I don't know who's on here. Maybe one or two people. I don't care. I don't care. All I know is I can teach on here, and I can teach you how to be happy, to do ecstatic dancing, to sing everything that I'm doing. If there's one or two people watching, maybe you go and do some ecstatic dancing, or maybe you'll come here to the bunker and dance with me and put flowers in your hair today. Enjoy that side of you, the feminine. Even if you're a man, it doesn't matter. You have a right to be love yourself and to be nurtured and nurturing. I'm not talking to you. This is not a mask. I am telling you the truth. Today, I feel happy because I don't need my family and I don't care if I never see them again. And that is huge, absolutely huge. Because if you look at the way we're living, now the world isn't going to go that way. We are going to get freedom. And by the end of this year, I'll be in the Canaries sunning myself. I know. I know. All right. I know what's happening. I know what's coming up. And I can't tell you on here. All right. I'm doing my best to get interviews, to put them on BitChute, and BitChute is taking forever, as usual, to put on 2 minute previews. So there's nothing else I can do. I can't tell you. All I can tell you is in a code is the one, it's not a man, it's a woman, right? And it's got a name. Okay, I'll do it like, right. What is this? If you take the D off, and then if you're a man, you've got one. I think you know what I mean. And the cat sat on the, okay, well, let me put it bluntly. In 2019, that person, who everybody listens to now, created a lot of accounts. 2019, and Maya, when do I? And they're going to be, right? It's going to be everywhere. And then you'll know what's really going on here. It's not about anything but this greed and everything that comes with it. Now, don't get me wrong, money's a wonderful thing. Brad Yates and I talked about it, but not in the wrong hands, right? Anyway, if I become a counselor, I'll get paid. I'll get a salary. That would be so cool. Lauren, I mean, I can't do a worse job than whatever her name. Oh God, don't get me started about the one that, you know. I went to her once and told her about the commune I wanted to create, and she went into total nervous panic around me. Oh my God, I can't do it, I can't do it. I said, well, will you work with me? Look at nothing, nothing. Anyway, I'd be grateful to be able to wipe the floor with that one. Of course I could. I know exactly what I want and I know exactly how to change people's lives for the better. And you know I do. And you know I'd make a great counselor. Baba Bertha would make a great prime minister. She can't do worse than standing up against Wurzel Gummidge. That is supposed to be the joke of the week. So anyway, the second thing I want to talk to you about is the family you were born into may not be your real family, okay? I've experienced that and now I know it. They're not your real family. They're not. If they don't love you for who you are and what you are, if they don't let you make the choices that you want to make, if you come in wearing flowers in your hair and you're a man and they have a go at you, why? What's wrong with wearing flowers in your hair if you're a man? Didn't Jesus wear flowers around his head? Do whatever you want. The family that I was born into would wind me up about it. Oh my God, look at the mess. Look at the grey hairs, Lauren. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh, you got no teeth. You got no, let's not go there with that one. Bobby Bertha did a good job with that one. I'm trying to get myself booked into a dentist to go through some whatever. But it depends, whatever it is they feel like doing. Anyway, be careful because if you're having x-rays, take your vitamin C to counteract anything. Yeah, stay well. Until the sun is blazing, we're still not out of the water. It's winter. We get the flu, we get colds, we get bugs every single year. What's the difference? Same, same. Yeah? That's why I used to go to hot countries, the Canaries. But what I'm saying to you is your family are likely to not be your real family. And you know who your family are because they love you. And if you walk in with flowers in your hair, they'll hug you and they'll smile and they'll laugh with you and say, wow, you really care about yourself. You're nurturing your feminine side. That's beautiful. What's wrong with that? I love flowers. I used to go somewhere and I always used to bring them flowers. And they had a little girl and she used to love it. And you don't need to buy them. They're usually in your garden, or grow them. We're coming into spring now, you know. Baba Bertha will get you some. She'll go around all the gardens choosing the flowers. I haven't seen any daffodils this year, have you? Strange, they're usually out in March. I haven't seen any. They're usually all across the green. Or maybe I just haven't looked for them. But I haven't seen any daffodils. Anyway, so your family may not be, this is the Mind Body Spirit, and the next program comes on at 6. This is the holistic show. I want to talk about water, all right, without promoting what it is. Water, the company. Water, okay? Now, I discovered something very interesting. Okay, let's. I, I haven't got a big bottle of water here. I have a big bottle of water. Now, if someone says to me, Lauren, you've got to drink 2 of those a day, it's not going to happen. But if someone says to me, drink this size, just keep drinking this size of water a day, right? In this sitting, I can get through the whole of this. Now, my mind will be really excited because I drank a small bottle. It's like small steps. However, I will keep drinking small bottles of water, and I worked it out. You need 7 of these to one bottle, 6.5, I think, to one bottle of water. Not sorry, 3.5, not 6.5. 3.5 of these to one bottle of water. I've just tested it. So if you have 3.5 of small bottles, you've had a whole bottle of water. And if your mind works like me, you're more likely to drink water if you stick with these little ones. Now, if you have a filter or anything like that, a distiller like Janie, just put the water in small bottles. Yeah? And keep drinking the small bottles. Before you know it, you'll have drunk a whole bottle of water. I have now drunk a quarter of a bottle of water, maybe a half. Well, as I say, 3.5 of these is a bottle of water. I can get through that quite easily. Do you see how the mind works? Also, I've had soup because someone said to me, if you can't, it's cold at the moment, drink warm soup. So make sure there's lots of fluid in the soup and teas, but make sure you don't drink anything with, you know what I mean, additives and anything else. And make sure, ideally, you want water, not you want ordinary water, not soda water. All right. But this is very important because the mind is a minefield. And if your mind is anything like mine, it likes small steps. And so when I finish this, I go, hey, I've now had one bottle. Well, I've had more than that today. I'm getting nearly one bottle, a big bottle of water. In one conversation with you alone, I will drink the whole of this. And then I'll go and take another one. And before I know it, I've drunk a whole bottle of water. Do you see how the mind works? This is exciting. Because if you look at a big, right, let's get a big bottle of water and I'll show you the psychology behind this. Guys, this is a bit like life coaching, right? You see that? Now, can you drink all of that? Honestly, do you feel you could just drink it? Well, because I don't. I can drink that. I can drink 6 of those, but I can't drink that. But guess what? If I have three and a half of those, I'm drinking that. Do you understand? This is the same as life coaching. If you take the whole big bottle of water, is you get me getting 1,000 subscribers on my new tarot channel by tomorrow. How? Unless I pay £150, I think they can do it, subscribers. I'm looking into it and I'll let you know. So I have to take it in chunks, don't I? And say, well, I'm going to work continuously. I've done two tarot readings today. I did 17 last week, remember? Maybe I'll try and break the record this week. I don't know. I love it. I've got new cards from eBay and I'm sitting there and I'm doing my tarot, and it helps me look at everything that's going on in my life. It helps me to help you. So I'm doing my readings. Today I'm doing all the fire signs: Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and then I'm putting them on. You're not going to find out about this channel, not unless you know me personally, because I don't want any trolls. I don't want anybody. No one's going to put negative comments or thumbs down on my new tarot channel. That's not fair, and it's not going to happen. But what I'm saying is, if I take it by chunks, and today I think I'm going to get 80 subscribers. I found a company that can do that, apparently. Say another 80, and then I do all the work, and then it grows on its own. Yeah, I'm getting good comments. So you have to do it chunk by chunk, and the sun is going in now, so it's really cold. But what I'm saying to you guys is, if you are detoxifying, and like me, you need to drink about, if you're a starseed, you need to drink at least 2 bottles, big bottles of water a day, which is 6 of these or 7 of these. Now, you're more likely to drink 7 of these, aren't you? Of course. Then 2 of these. Because the mind, do you understand? I can't get through that big bowl of water. Some of you may. I can't. Not the same way as I'll get through these small ones. Just keep picking them and drinking them. Before you know it, you've had your water. And that's why I'm feeling shit today, because I had a massive tuning session for my heart chakra and I didn't look after myself enough. I didn't drink enough water and I'm feeling ill. I've had a tummy upset, and in order to clear, and I did do what she told me. I had a bath with sea salts, and I'm bringing all of this out. But how can you bring it out if you're not drinking water and getting rid of it, if you know what I mean? Eliminating all the crap. So this is the holistic show, the Mind, Body, Spirit. Today is Holistic Monday, and I'm going to save this. So today I'm telling you, you need to drink water, but chunk it down into small bottles. It's psychological, guys. It's psychological, and you're more likely to drink the quantity more than you're expected to drink. So if you have this and you have a few herbal teas and you have soup, but make sure it's not consistent, it's also fluidy, you will get all the fluids you need. And of course, you're going to feel a lot better. Yeah, and when the sun comes out, go out there and get your vitamin D. Yeah, make sure you get it. Make sure you get it here into your heart. Don't, some people go out in the sun and they wear coats, and I don't. I pull up my trousers, get everything, get all the energy and all the sun. It's not being blocked, if you know what I mean. No. When the sun comes out, that's it. Go and get your sunshine. I feel so much better when I have my sunshine, because we need it. There's a reason why it was created, why God gave us a sun. There's a reason, everything. And when I was having the chat with that idiot that used to be the sister I was born to, and I'm sorry, but that's what they are. She is, because she won't even consider. She's boasting and goading me. And I said to her, look, your body can only take as much as it could take. And if I were you now, I'd get some homeopathy, I'd look after myself. They don't care. The bodies mean nothing. It's like all they use them for is what's on the outside. That's it. They don't care about their health. And I feel like saying to her, who's the one who had cancer? Who's the one who gets sick all the time? Not me, thank God. Well, because I know how to prevent it. She's had cancer and everything. And they still won't listen. So, whatever. And none of the girls have got kids. None of them, not one of them. They're in their 30s. One of them's in their 30s. I wouldn't wish a child on that one. That's a dark one. She's a dark one. I mean, yeah, that side of me that I work on, but I'd never have done what she did to my father. That's just not me. Anyway, whatever. We don't need to go there. I don't know who owns some of that lot. But what I'm saying is, this is my own stuff. I'm working through it. But when they goad you because of what you believe in, just let them go. Look, all of you, if you're watching this, you're going through something with your family or your friends, or else you wouldn't watch me. Or if you give me thumbs down, then you are the family or friends. But one day you will wake up, and it won't be too far from now, where we will be traveling wherever we want again, and everything will be different for all of us in a beautiful way. And everything will be out there, and you will see what they tried to do to us, to the human race. And you'll be grateful if you do listen. You'll be grateful to what I'm telling you now. I can only tell you. But the most important thing is water. Because, and I mean, Rebecca put a whole program on about children and babies that don't get sick, this thing, because they're full of water and fluids. Old people that drink water. My father-in-law. Now, why is my father-in-law not coming on, moving on TV? Why is he not going to the media to say, look, I was diagnosed, I went into hospital, and I came out well? No jibby jabs. Why? Why won't they talk to me and let me interview them? Why? Nothing. He just went in. Well, because they're very strong. They've got very strong genetic, very strong genes. They look after themselves. There's a lot of love around them, so no one can hurt them. That's probably why. So you need to know that. Okay? When someone that age is 94, I think, goes in and comes out, well, aren't you questioning that? Nothing. No, nothing. Don't you question that? I do. I know why he's well. It's because he's loved. And because my brother, my ex-brother-in-law, because they're all exes now as far as I'm concerned, works in a hospital. He does the food, and so he's protected. My father-in-law is protected. No one could do anything to him, if you know what I mean. Do your research. But what I'm saying is, why is the media not jumping on that case of Leo Otiwell? Why are they not asking questions? How come he's so well? Why is Lee Otiwell so well? Without, yeah, they're not going to tell you that. Oh, no, no, no. But you can use that example with your families. How come he's well? 94. How come my father never got sick? Well, because he never took anything they gave him. And he taught me. He told me that that was the healer, the sun. And unfortunately, the sun's gone now. Anyway, put some flowers in your hair and celebrate the fact that you know the answers. They're all inside. Watch the awakening and feel your rage. Don't become a victim. I'm not. Jamie won't let me be a victim, and I'm not a victim. I'm a powerful woman, and I'm feeling my rage today. And when I sat with that rage, it was nothing to do with her having her whatever in Israel and goading me. It was because of what they did to me 5 years ago. It's still there, except I live with it now. Now, people have done similar things to me over the last year, over the last 6 months. Certain people, I gave them permission. I gave one in particular permission to do whatever they need to do, tough love with me. And I am so grateful. I'm so grateful because without them doing what they've done, and it's been the most painful thing I've ever gone through, even more painful. Well, I wouldn't say it's more painful than losing my whole family. It's similar, but it's a gift to me. It's the biggest gift I ever had. If someone gives you a gift, if someone hurts you, you can turn that against you quite easily and them and say, oh, poor me. Oh my God. And I did that for a while. We saw that. The victim had to come up and she was there. She's still there. I don't think she'll ever be gone. But then when you look at the ecstatic dance thing, where's she gone? She's gone. And today, I'm not saying I'm not sad. Of course I'm sad. I would love to say that I've got nieces that I can see and hug and be around and friends. I have got beautiful new friends that I went to visit on Sunday, in the park, and I can go again. I know where to go, where all the people are. And I spoke to someone and she broke my heart the other day. I said to her, can I come and visit you? Because I'm around the corner from one of my friends. I'm going to be around there. And she said, no, 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 no. I'm shielding. And she's not that old and she's got no life. She lost her husband last year. And I said to her, I'm standing for freedom. I will never wear one of these. I went shopping today and someone looked at me. Why is she not wearing one? And I just stood there, just peace, love. I don't give a shit. I'll never wear one. I never have done. And if I can't go shopping, then I'll figure out, but I'll never wear one. You don't, because we're exempt. I proved it. You don't have to. Take your life back. Watch Daddy Dragon. Watch Martin May. You don't have to. If it's not healthy, don't. People are being like one of my friends contacted me today. Her son is in college and he's got to be tested twice a day and 6 hours a day. He's got to wear one of these. And I really feel for her because he won't listen. There's nothing she can do. I cannot go to college. I cannot study. I cannot go to work. I can't do anything at the moment. I can't go to the sunshine because something has done something to stop that. But it's all coming out, guys, and it's all a business. Everything's a business. All right? It's all a business. Everything's money. You are just pawns to these people. You're nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Nothing. Believe me. Believe me, you're nothing. And you will soon find out. And we've been standing tall from the beginning. Some of us will never give up. We've never given up. And we give the same message. You want to play around with your body, with things and whatever, you'll deal with the consequences in the winter. All right? You'll deal with the consequences in the winter. Well, you would have done, but it's not going to happen now because it's all coming up. It's all coming up. And when you find out, well, I've been telling it to you since last March. This has nothing to do with a flu bug. Nothing. And this is the holistic show, and this is the mind, body, spirit show. And at 6 o'clock, you got Paul McDonald coming on to do shamanism with you. And I don't know what else is on the program because I was very tired. But I'll make sure that you get programs that help you through the day. And the most important thing is drink your water. And if you want to advertise and moving on TV, we can talk about how we can monetize you. Apparently, there's ways to do it, but only by putting on things that suit you, that suit what moving on TV is. And we will never take on anyone that affects animals or the environment in a non-positive way. No chemicals, no poisons, no nothing, no violence, no video games, only David Elam's video games with avatars that teach you about water and staying free and natural medicine. And give me as many thumbs down as you want, but you won't be the one crying, why didn't I listen to Lauren? So if I become a counselor, I'll get a voice and it'll be so excited. So exciting. And I'm excited. There's two of us that I know of at the moment that are going to stand. And apparently, we only need two people to nominate us. And I've already got those two people. So I don't think it'll be a problem. And I am proud to be free. I am so proud to never wear one of these. And I'm lucky, as I was talking to Janie, we are lucky because at the moment we're at home. We're trying to build a business. I've got no income whatsoever at the moment, nothing. I'm just living on what the government are giving me, which I'm very grateful for. On a day to day basis, in this moment, I have nothing to worry about. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I've got everything I need in this moment. All I need actually could do with some more sun. So back to the water situation. Let me know if this resonates with you, if it helps you. I really hope it does. I love you guys so much. It's getting cold now, so I've got to go and put the heating on because it's cold. And believe me, if you're going thinking about the reset, yes, it will happen, but you're not going to lose your power. And it's going to be the summer anyway, so we've got nothing to worry about. Nothing. The winter is gone. Nobody turned off your power. Nobody took away your food. No one's going to do that to you. So stop listening to the fear mongering. Nothing is going to happen to hurt you. You will be protected and looked after always because they love us. They love us. John and the president and all of that collective love us. The Galactic Federation of Light. They love us. And they're all connected to this. All right? All connected. And I'm in touch with them. And that's why I'm not being evicted. Don't you think that's strange? The letter came to me, not to him. Not to him. He's the tenant, Martin. I'm just an occupant. The letter came to me. Now, don't you think that's strange? Come on, guys. You know what I mean? I'm loyal, and I've been doing my work now for nearly a year. Well, it is a year. It's March. I've been loyal, and I'm loyal, and I'll never not be loyal. And I will always only promote a message of freedom, of health, freedom of thought, freedom. That's all I will promote because I'm proud to be free. Because after you grow up in a country with wars, I can't understand what's happened to them. But the minute I left, I declared freedom. Freedom is the most important thing to me, and it should be to you. And if you have a relationship, your personal freedom is the most important thing to you, as it is to me. If you're in a relationship, and if you're in a relationship with someone that doesn't respect that, or you don't feel that that would be honored the way you want it to be, then walk away. Walk away. As I said, I've got no money. Just a tiny bit of what my father left me, which is really, really rainy day, God forbid, food. All I'm saying to you is put yourself first. Honor your freedom of thought, your freedom of health, your freedom of being happy. Happy, be happy, because you don't know what's coming afterwards. Someone said to me, would you rather be happy in this life or have eternal life? I said, I'd rather be happy now, thank you, on a day-to-day basis, because I don't know what's coming. You might be telling me you know what's coming, but I don't. I don't. All I know is on a day-to-day basis today, I am happy today because I'm doing what I love, which is moving on TV, tarot readings. That's what I love doing, and I'm doing it. I haven't learned anything, but I love it. And hopefully, the more I do it, look, you guys can do anything. You can set up a YouTube channel and do your own tarot readings. And maybe you're even better than me. You're all mediums and psychics. Get on with it. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and get on with it. I'm sorry, but I'm not babying anyone anymore. I'm not. Baby yourself. Love yourself. I protect you, but tough love, guys, is bloody good for you. The therapeutic community gave me continuous tough love, and that's why I got my awakening. Now I've been given tough love by everything and everyone. And the nurturing is coming in now. But I give myself nurturing now. I don't give myself love. I don't need to discipline myself. I know. It's like I'll get up when I feel like it because I don't have kids, I don't have families. Now it's an advantage. It's just me and the cats. I'm grateful now. I don't have anyone. I'm not responsible for anybody except me and Peace and Ellie. That's it. No one. I'm not responsible for anyone. And that's actually an advantage to me now that I didn't have kids and I wasn't able to create a family. And those of you that have a family, yes, you are responsible for your families. However, your happiness comes first. Because if something happens to you, what's the point? You come first. I mean, let me give you an idea. I studied Scientology and nothing ever happened to me. I was a receptionist in my 20s and I went through incredible experiences of learning how to communicate. I'm not talking about what went on the top, but Scientology teaches you that you are the first dynamic. You, you first. You love yourself, you nurture yourself, you take care of yourself, you. Then the second dynamic is you and your partner when you come together, right? You come together as two oranges, two full oranges. If you come together as half an orange, it's not going to work. Whoever told you that is wrong. You need to be complete in yourself. You may not have money, but you may have that joy, you know. It's not about coming towards someone and and taking care of them. It's about we need to take care of ourselves. I'm not looking for anyone to take care of me. If someone's looking after me, then I say thank you and I'm very grateful at the moment. Thank you. But I'm not looking for that. I'm studying how to take care of me. So if anyone comes towards me, they need to know how to take care of themselves, not me. Because I want to take care of me. Stand on my own 2 feet and take care of me and the cats. And if anyone comes into my life when the time is ready, or when they come into my life when the time is ready, we are two people, two oranges, two full oranges, with our talents, our skills, our creativity, our mind, body, spirit. We know, and we bring that together and we create a beautiful union then, right? So first of all, yourself on your own, then your partner, and then your family, and then your friends, and then your community. That is how you do it. Always with spirituality, but you always put yourself first. And that's not selfish. That is healthy narcissism. I love you. I gotta go to the loo. I'm bursting. So I'm going to put on something for you. Oh my God. I gotta go to the loo. Right, let's put something on quickly. This is the most important interview, one of the most important interviews I've ever done. And I really think you should watch it over and over and practice it over and over. There you go. Good luck. Enjoy. Practice it. It works.
Hi everyone, welcome to Moving On TV, and today we've got awesome people from around the world. So welcome to Moving On TV. Today I'm talking to Lenny Dougal about an amazing healing technique that she has come up with, which is called the blueprint, healing blueprint, the healing blueprint.
Healing blueprint. Healing
Right.
blueprint. Yep. Healing
Right.
blueprint. Yep.
That's great. So Lenny, how are you today?
I'm great. It's so nice.
It's wonderful to have you here from Pennsylvania. That's right, isn't it? How's the weather?
Yep.
Good?
It's kind of hot today. It's been pretty cool this last week, though, enough to where I could turn the air conditioner
Okay.
off. It's a little hot today. It's about 82. Not too bad.
Okay. So we were talking before about how you received this amazing technique, which I've been using on my leg. And I must admit, I've been releasing the pain all the time. I mean, people have been seeing it on Facebook. I was in quite a lot of pain because I had an accident this time last year. I was in a wheelchair for 4 months, and I didn't have an operation. So when I came out of the wheelchair, I decided I was going to heal the pain if it came without any medication, because that's how I am. And you saw that, and you contacted me, and you taught me the blueprint technique, which I've been using continuously. And my leg has been practically free of pain. And as soon as I got any pain, I used it. And within minutes, well, less than minutes, I was actually walking. And the whole time I was in the USA, I had no pain. And quite honestly, I don't really have pain, thanks to you. So I'm very, very grateful. And I want us to pass this message on to everyone. So a question that I have for you is, I know a lot of people that are in intense pain. I mean, really, really suffering from a lot of pain. And how would you get someone that's actually in intense pain, that it's hard for them to even sit and think that they could ask their pain in? How are you going to do it? Would you do that by steps, like slowly, slowly, gently, gently? Because quite honestly, my pain was not severe enough. And luckily, when I sit down, I could get rid of it. It was only when I was walking. So if I was walking, I would use this technique, and then the pain would go. But what if you've got someone that is really, really an intense, horrendous pain? Because I know people like that. How can they use the technique, the blueprint?
The best way to do it is that you need to work on it all day long. They just would need to welcome it and welcome it and welcome. It works on any pain, so it doesn't matter whether it's intense or a little bit. It works on either one. So the best thing to do is just build your belief up more and more by welcoming the pain all day long, by setting the sword and shield down first. And you just need to get past that belief wall, you know. And some people have a harder time, some people have a really easy time breaking through that wall. But either way, whether you're in intense pain or not, you just want to welcome the pain all day long. Welcome it, love it, thank it for the experiences that it has given you. It's basically just a process of doing it until it clicks.
Okay, so basically, what you're doing is you're surrendering your pain. You're giving it up. You're saying, you're putting your sword down. I presume that's because you're giving a message to the subconscious to say you're not going to fight. Is that right?
Right, you're giving a message to the actual pain.
Okay.
Or, you know, welcoming it as opposed to reacting negative to it. The surrender does come into it, but it's more of like you're not attacking or against the pain. You're welcoming it into your body so that it can move through you as opposed to attaching to you.
Okay,
I do
so
have some now
sorry,
with who has working with chemo. So she's in pretty,
really?
oh, we have a woman right now that's has working with chemo symptoms, and she's with it too, and is able to clear her chemo pain. So I consider that to be pretty intense, and I've been working with her.
That's fantastic. That is such an amazing gift. Whenever I see people suffering physical pain, I just want to go over to them and I want to take it away. You know, we're healers, and you think, oh, I can lay my hands on them and help them. But it's really about taking responsibility for your own life and your own body, and believing that you can do it. That's really what it is, isn't it? Everything's like that. So, because what you were saying as well is very interesting. I've been doing a lot of reading about pain because, like I say, I was suffering a lot, and I've been reading a lot. And I think that 90% or 99% of it is because we tense up. We get frightened, we get angry. And so what you're doing by welcoming the pain in, it's like if you have a child that's misbehaving, you know, you're giving them love. And whenever you give love, then it starts to change, because you're reinforcing the love. And I think everything's about that these days, isn't it? So do you want to give us just
everything wants to be.
Hello? I can't hear you. Are you still there?
Oh, yep. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. So
okay, good.
Do you want to give us a little, like, how do you do the session? Like, someone is watching now and they're in intense pain and they want to really, they say, right, that's it. I'm going to take control now of my body. I'm going to do everything I can now. I'm going to follow what Lenny says. So what are the steps that they need?
Sure. The first thing that you want to do is imagine that you're holding a sword and shield or whatever you to defend against something. I personally like to use a sword and shield. You're going to imagine yourself setting the sword and shield down and then walking up to an imagined or sacred space, the door opening, and then your issue, say neck pain, walking through the door, and you welcome it. You say, well, my home. Thank you for the experiences that you have given me, or welcome to my meeting space or home. I love you. Take a second to love it and thank it for the experiences that it has given you. The script that I use is I set my sword and shield down, walk up, hi, neck pain, welcome. Thank you for the experiences that you have given me. Something about that sentence, thank you for the experiences that you have given me, is magical for me and it works really well. Then I take to thank it and love it. And then the exercise is over and it only takes 15 to 30 seconds. It's really simple.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Thank it and love it. And then the exercise is over and it only takes 15 to 30 seconds. It's really simple.
Okay, that's fantastic. So you basically take whatever represents to you violence. So for example, you said boxing gloves. Yeah, if someone felt that boxing gloves was a way of fighting, they would take the boxing gloves off and they would put them down on the ground. If it's a sword or guns, you lay your guns down. You know, you literally, and you can actually feel.
Yes.
I feel it. I feel the relief. The minute I take something that I consider violent and put it on the ground, my body goes like that. The relief comes. And then you invite the pain in. So for example, if it's pain in the neck, I actually call it pain in the neck. So I'm giving it a name, or pain in the leg pill. You can give it a name. And then you can be creative, because when I started to do this, Lenny, I was laughing so much because I was creating my characters, you know, because I'm an actress and a director. So when pain in the neck came in, I could see them, what they looked like. I sat them down. I put cushions around them, started getting someone to massage their feet. I brought in belly dancers, you know, to give them entertainment. And I could feel that as I started to laugh, the pain started to disappear, because it's always the same. It's, as I said, if you go on the stage and you perform, I know people with MS and they can't walk, never mind run. But when they go on the stage to perform, they run from one side of the stage to the other. So it's really connecting to what we really are. You know, they call it mind over matter, but it's connecting to what we really are, isn't it? That's really what it is. But yeah. You are very, very, very lucky and inspired to be able to be given this. Now, you were given this when you had a serious mold allergy. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, back in 2003, I got really sick and almost died, began to see spirit from the mold. And then in 2016, what happened was I spilled water in my room and it became mold. And then I breathed that in, and about a day into it, my guides came and said, do you want to heal from this, or do you want to suffer from it your entire life? And I said, sure. So they told me about the sword and shield, and they just kept saying, welcome to my body, mold, telling me to say that over and over again. And then it dissipated, and I could not believe it. And I was taking allergy pills too, and I was getting a really bad, like, weird feeling from those, and that dissipated too. Wow. So I stopped everything and cured the mold allergy just by doing that. So mold's kind of been my savior.
Incredible, isn't it?
It brings me all the lessons. Yeah.
So when you say they came to you, are you clairvoyant? Did you see them? What did they look like? Because I'd be fascinated to know.
I have two on my left side, two on my right side, and then several other guides they basically look like beautiful human beings. And they've been with me since 2003, but I wasn't able to connect with them to where I could hear what they were saying or write it down or channel it, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so they were with me the whole time during this experience, and they always are with me, but they were able to come through really strongly this time and spread their message, to how to heal this time. So I just kept going, are you sure welcoming the mold? That's the last thing I want to do. And they said, yeah, just keep welcome it to your body. I was like, okay, welcome to my body, mold. I love you, and then it worked. I couldn't believe it.
Well, the proof is in the pudding, guys. If you're just going to be watching Moving on TV, I'm talking to Lenny Dougal. Lenny Dougal is a healer, and she was given something called the blueprint, which helps to heal pain. And the proof is, as I say, the proof is in the pudding, because I am using it. I'm using it, and I have been able to release pain in my leg continuously through using it, which is incredible. We're going to take a quick little break now, as we've got to have a word from our sponsor and an advert, and then we'll come back and talk to Lenny a little bit more about this amazing blueprint and how you can use it in your day-to-day life. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Martin Oswald of Martin Oswald Hypnotherapy. I specialise in smoking cessation, weight loss, phobia release, stress management and hypnobirthing. I can do a free assessment via the phone, via Skype or face-to-face at any time. So that's Martin Oswald of Martin Oswald Hypnotherapy. Looking forward to your call now. You can also find me on my Facebook page, which is Martin Oswald Hypnotherapy.
And today I'm talking to Lenny Dougal, and we're talking about the amazing blueprint that was handed down to her in 2003. 2016, yeah. Lenny was given this technique in 2016, where she learned how to heal all of these different symptoms in your body. Now, you have to remember that Moving on TV, we don't tell you not to go to a doctor. On the contrary, Lenny actually works with people that are having chemotherapy, and you can use this in conjunction, which is so exciting, because there are people out there that they have serious conditions, but they need to know that they can still use these techniques, and obviously there's no contraindications. You're not actually taking anything into your body. You're just using what you really are, your consciousness and love. It's all about the power of love. So, we're brought up when we have a pain, I know I was, to punish that part of the body and say, God, I can't stand this body. I want to get out of it. I've had enough. And you get to a point when you're suffering a lot with pain, like when I couldn't walk because I was already suffering so much. You don't want the body anymore. And that's how we're brought up. We're brought in such a negative way. But what Lenny is doing, and what a lot of, with all the spiritual work that we know does, it teaches us that we have to be in our bodies. We have to be grounded in our bodies.
Yes.
And love our bodies and be grateful that, this flesh and bone is what gets me through it, what makes me experience life. So it's very interesting because we're both students of A Course in Miracles, and we work, I'm not a body, I'm free. For people who know what A Course in Miracles is, teachings of Jesus, but it's all about love. And we we're talking about this, where I don't feel there's an actual struggle with the affirmation, I'm not a body, I'm free. Because to me, everything that I'm taught through A Course in Miracles and spirituality it's not that I'm not a body, it's a metaphor. All it means is that I am not attached to this body. That's how I see it. So I am able to rise above it, and to a certain extent, we work together, yes, but body, you listen and you work with me. I'm still, kind of in charge here, what I am inside, and therefore we work together. And what you're saying is the only way that we can work together is by loving this flesh and bone and this shell that we call a body, and making it feel good, dressing it nicely, making it look good, but making it feel good inside. And so you believe that everything, every pain we go through comes from our emotions and things that we've gone through, like grief, and therefore the body reacts because it can only do so much on its own. Is that right?
Yeah, it can. Yeah, it can. It's almost like you've taken the power away from it over the years by learning that the body isn't important. You just want to give the power back to the body to heal. You know, that's a big part of it. I've been watching this for about 10 years now, what sicknesses and what illnesses have been going on in my body, and they've always been from emotional or spiritual issues.
Mm-hmm.
So I do want to tackle that issue as well.
Great. So you've got to get to the core. I mean, again, you've got the journey work, you've got Louise Hay, all of our metaphysical healers. But if we go all the way back to Myrtle Fillmore, I study unity, silent unity. Myrtle Fillmore in the 1980s, the end of last century, she actually, well, century before, sorry, she actually was, she had TB. And they told her she was going to die in 4 months, and she loved her body back to being well again. She literally lay with herself every day for about 2 years and loved every part of her body back. Now, I was going to do that. I was going to lie there every single day. I tried it, and I said, I love you, my leg, I love you, my kidneys, I love you, and thank you. But, you know, who wants to wait 2 years, you know? So when you came to me and told me, Lauren, you can do this just like that, I thought, well, there you go. That actually fits the way we live these days. Well, because we live in a consciousness where everybody wants everything very quickly, don't
I know I do. I'm not patient.
sat under a tree for years and years and years trying to figure all this stuff out. But the way we live is people want everything very quickly. Everything is texting and emails, and people don't have time to sit and to heal themselves for hours and hours and hours. So this is a technique that everyone can use. It's like taking a pill, but you're not actually taking a pill. You're creating the health and the healing inside yourself without needing to take medication. Like myself, I don't want the side effects. I don't want the side effects, and therefore I cannot take medication. So if you're like me and you've chosen a journey like that, then you can use this technique, and within seconds, minutes, whatever, you will start to definitely feel a relief. But you can also use it if you're on medication, and that's the beauty. So it's for everyone. It's for everyone, isn't it? So Lenny, how are you going out and promoting this? Are you going to write a book to teach people? How do you feel that you're going to go out and promote this?
Well, right now I just use our websites, egointegration.com. All of the exercises are free on there. And then the other website is called wholeworldpeaceandtarot.com. And that explains my journey with the ego. And it's our website, but it has a lot of things about the ego on there, that the beginning of how all of these exercises came about, you know, with my relationship with the ego, loving the ego. So that's how I've been promoting it on Facebook, things like that. It hasn't gotten very far yet. We're just kind of in the beginning of it. So far, like that.
Okay, so do you want to give me those websites again? So the first one, what was the first one?
The first one is called it's Whole World Peace and Tarot, word obviously, .com.
www.wholeworldpeaceandtarot.com. Okay, that's the first one. So if you go on there, you can connect to Lenny, and the other one is
egointegration.com.
www.egointegration.com, and you get all the exercises for free. Now, how incredible is that? And so you've decided to give everything from here, from the heart. You've been giving away these exercises. And this is incredible because there's so many people out there, those that have so little, they worry themselves to death and then they get sicker and sicker and sicker. And so you are giving these people everything, and that means so much to me, because I always think that, you know, if you're given something like this, you have to give it away. You have to be able to teach it to everyone. So that way everyone can benefit from such an incredible gift. It's wonderful. Thank you, Lenny. Really, really appreciate this. It's wonderful. What else would you like to say to our viewers? Because this is an opportunity for you here to talk to our viewers all over the world and to get the message out. So what would you like to say?
Well, obviously, first I'm going to say you want to work with your ego and welcome your ego. That is the only reason that I'm doing healing work. It came natural. It's you connect with every aspect of your body. Secondly, every issue in your body has a separate essence. So say, for instance, with you, your pain and shoulder pain are going to be actually two, unless it's in one spot, and then your leg pain is going to be separate. So you want to work on them separately and do each issue one at a time, welcoming them, and don't give up. Do not give up. Keep going. Eventually it'll click, and then you'll feel like the most powerful being in the world when that does happen, you know. But it can be frustrating because until your belief kicks in, you're going to be like, oh, this might not be working for me. That's how I felt the first day.
Okay.
I kept telling my guides, this isn't working. I don't know what to do.
Excuse me. That's really, really good. It's really good to tell people, because not everyone is practicing this day and night like I
Be talking to Lenny here. You know about Moving on TV. You know we only promote things where we believe in what we're promoting. Amazing people that are changing our world. You know, and I wouldn't be telling you this because people know me. They know I'm genuine. They know my life story. Everybody knows. And so basically, as you say, take it slowly, slowly. So as you say, it took a while for you to kick in.
Yes. It took about an entire, I can't remember if it was 1 or 2 days with the mold. Some things have taken a little bit longer, but I've systematically gone through every single issue in my life and healed like 99% of them this way, using the healing blueprints. You can use it for anything, whether you want more of something like abundance or you want less of something like pain. It works the exact same way. You can plug literally any issue into this and work.
Yeah,
that's what it was designed for. My guide, we used to know how to heal, but humanity forgot, and this is just reminding people how to heal again.
For example, we were talking about worries and fears and how that can actually cause insomnia. People don't sleep very well. I don't sleep very well. I haven't slept very well since I had a lot of grief and loss last year when I lost my father, and I had big issues with my family who don't talk to me anymore. And I find that when I go to sleep at night, it seems to come back. Everything seems to come back. My head is like a washing machine head. It goes round and round. So what would you advise for someone like myself who doesn't sleep very well? How can they use the techniques? Because I know loads of people are suffering from worry about money, and which is causing a lot of depression and insomnia.
Well, I've actually personally worked with the word worry. You do the same thing. Set your sword and shield down and, you know, open the door, welcome worry in. Thank you, worry, for the experiences that you have given me. I love you. Take a second to really deeply love worry. And it has helped me sleep really, really well. Worry manifests as insomnia, OCD, fidgeting. That's how it shows up in your body, mind racing and things like that. So I personally just happened to be working with worry these last couple of weeks and have gotten the best sleep. I couldn't sleep either. I've never been able to sleep. But you can actually invite good sleep into the healing blueprint if you want. How do you do that? Has a different energy. That
Yeah, because you mentioned that.
The same way.
What
You
does
set
that
the sword
mean?
and shield down.
Okay.
Yep, and then you just welcome good sleep into it. exact same formula every time. Welcome good sleep. Thank you for the experiences that you have given me. I love you. And just allow the sleep energy to kind of.
And you welcome in good sleep. But then do you also still welcome in the insomnia at the same time?
You can do that also if you want. You can personally worked better for me because it tackled 2 or 3 different issues that were connected to worry, like insomnia, fidgeting, OCD, all that stuff that's connected to worry. But yes, you can absolutely just add insomnia to it if you want, instead of good sleep, whatever you want to do. It works for both.
Okay, so you recommend to work on each issue separately. So you're giving it your full attention again to make it so, for, as I said, for example, if you've got an issue like insomnia, which is causing lots of fidgeting and depression, which of course it can, you know, because you're not having a good sleep. And sleep is very important, especially if you're not very well. It's the way the body renews itself. You need to sleep. Our immune system needs to renew itself. So, for example, if you have, like I said, if you've got insomnia, so you recommend that you do maybe one session on welcoming in the insomnia or the bad sleep, and you do the whole process, and then you welcome in good sleep, and you invite it in and you make it feel good. So it's becoming part of your universe. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, because you're healing the insomnia and then you're welcoming the good sleep. But I think that it would just work if you worked with insomnia too. Like I said, I was working with worry and good sleep, excuse me, and worry healed OCD fidgeting issues, and then I welcomed good sleep in, and that seemed to have a really strong energy that put me to sleep. But yeah, you can do all of them or just work insomnia if you want. Whatever your intuition tells you, listen to that. But yeah, you can do all of them if you wanted.
That's fantastic, Lenny. Have you got anything else that people ask you? That do you get people contacting you, asking you questions, interesting things that you may want to share about this?
You know, people don't really have that many questions. They're more connected. The question connected on which issues to welcome in. I do this every time in every one of my sessions. I say, do you have any questions? And nobody ever has questions. They're too scared to ask them, or I don't know what it is that, you know, that there's, I haven't had any weird questions asked to share, sorry.
Great, okay. So, because it's really interesting, you've gone a step further than things like A Course in Miracles, where we're told that the ego is what causes us all our problems. But again, it depends on the interpretation, because it talks about not having the separation. So again, to me, you can interpret everything the same way, because the new consciousness is about joining everything. So why not bring the ego in? Bring the worry in, bring the fear in, instead of pushing it away. So you've gone to a higher stage, to a higher vibration now. And as I say, a lot of the energies that are coming down to us are on a higher vibration. I think every sage that we've had, every teacher that we've had could only use what they knew. And now the energies are becoming stronger and stronger. I was talking to an angel healer the other day, and she told me that apparently there are other planets around us. Now I don't know, but you know, she seemed to be very, very strong about her beliefs. And on every single planet there is equality except ours. Isn't that interesting? Everyone is looked after. Everyone has got enough food and enough, and apparently, because our consciousness is changing, all these beings are now coming through, and they're going to help us. And that's why we have people like Lenny that are doing what she's doing. That's why we have people like Casey Armstrong, who's doing World's Most Amazing People, a radio station where he puts people like us on and promotes it all over the world. And that's why I created Moving on TV, because I want you to know the good stuff. I want you to know that there is hope, like my name. I want you to know that you don't have to suffer needlessly. And this appeals to every single person, not just if you have a bit of a headache or you're healing from a broken leg like myself, but if you're suffering with cancer or anything, and you're still going through your medication and whatever it is you need to go through, Lenny is giving you a gift where you can reduce the level of your pain. Now, between you and me, Lenny, there's a payoff for everything. And if people are given this on the guilt, we're giving it to them on a platter. They don't have to pay anything. All they've got to do is sit for a few seconds a day and say, I love you, my pain, and there you go. I want you to understand that I'm going to work with you. It's not a huge thing that people can do. And I think that if people are not going to do it, it's because there's something underneath it. There's a payoff of some kind. People suffer all the time with pain. And again, I'm not being patronizing because I don't, that's not what I'm trying to say here. And I'm talking about, for example, my mother, bless her, who has passed. She was always sick. So when she healed, she had to get sick again. I think some people get sick because they don't have the opportunity to rest. And their body is saying, you know what? You're going to have to rest now. You've got no choice, mate. Don't you think that? There's a payoff. And again, this is not patronizing. I'm just being honest because I know that myself. I know sometimes we need attention and then we get more pain and more suffering. But everyone is an individual and you need to sit with this and try to understand your own situation. But I know, how, as I say, how I was brought up. So how do you feel about that? When people are not healing, do you think it's because there's something inside them that needs that attention?
Yeah, it's more like, yes, I agree with that. Absolutely. It's just, you're just being honest. And it's more, I think it's more like people become addicted to the pain and they don't know any other way. So they're not able to release it, or that seems to be, I don't know for sure. I would never ever want to talk about anyone in a negative way, but I agree with you there. Yes. It's like people become addicted to it. It's all they know. And they think that's all life can be for them, you know?
Yeah. And it's, I'm not
yes.
judging
And some people
anybody. I'm not judging
yeah,
anyone,
absolutely.
of course,
Right.
because that's all my mother knew. That's all she knew. She just knew how to be sick.
Yeah.
And, had a very good teacher. And I thought to myself one day, you know what? I don't want that. I don't want to think like that anymore. And someone very clever said to me, well, what about thinking about your mother when she was a young woman? Because she was full of vibrancy and she was very happy. So if you have been brought up in a certain way where your parents were always suffering, always in pain, then why don't you do what this person said to me? Think about your parents when they were actually happy, when they weren't laid down with all of this suffering. And then you can model them and then you can start to feel better, because we do take on a lot of the suffering from our parents. We do suffer, what our parents like, kind of like karma, but we can get rid of it. We could say, no, I don't want it. And that's why amazing people like Lenny have come here to teach us. And so we've given you the website, and Lenny has told you about how she's been healing everything from mold infections to colds to insomnia. And, a lot of people are walking around with chronic problems, aren't they? Problems that they go to the doctor and they either get given loads of medication and can't get anywhere because they get the side effects, or problems that there is really nothing to heal them with except doing stuff like this. And of course, where does it come in as well? Nutrition, like looking after your body with proper nutrition. Do you do that? Do you have any special diets that you're on?
No, I always laugh because I'm not your typical teacher. I love junk food. I'm not into any type of organics and things like that. I truly believe what you believe you put into your body is good for you.
Okay.
So to me, junk food's healthy for you, but you can't eat the junk food with the fear that it's going to be bad for your body. You do in yourself to eat with love, to do everything and learn trust for whatever you're taking, because you can actually do damage by eating only healthy foods and having fear of junk food. You know, any type of fear is going to cause chaos in your body. So I learned to drink tap. I only, you know, I'm like I said, I'm not your average teacher. I don't do yoga. I listen to like really hard rock music, you know, so those things bring me joy. Those things bring me happiness and health to my own self. But yes, I do agree with you. If you're loving the nutrition and what you're putting into your body, will do you good. If you believe that it's going to, as long as you don't do it with fear, you know.
Wow. Because you do look at these 90-year-old people or 100-year-old, they're still smoking, and they smoke and they smoke and they love it, and they're still here and they're healthy. And yeah, I've heard this before. Someone did say that to me. It's like when people bless their food and they know that this food is going to do them good. So everything is really in our mind. Everything is in the mind, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everything is in the mind, so we can change anything. So if you're eating that beautiful bar of chocolate, enjoy it. Enjoy it, and then it's going to do you good. Mind you, I must admit that since the menopause, if I have dairy chocolate, I can flush so quickly. So, you know, but I haven't got there yet. I haven't got to the level where I can eat whatever I want. Probably because, as I said, when you're in a very balanced state and you're feeling very good about everything, I think you could eat anything. That's my personal opinion, and I've done it. But when you're going through more stuff in life, that's when I think you need to make sure that you look after yourself better. And, you know, and if you have got any inconsistencies or weaknesses in your body, then be kind, because it's all about loving and being kind to your body. It's all about love. Okay, just before we end, Lenny, just a little bit about yourself. So you live in Pennsylvania. Do you have a family? Do you have children, or is it just yourself?
I do not. I have a cat.
Hey, yes, cats are wonderful. Great teachers. And so you work as a healer? Is that your main job, working as a healer?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's fantastic.
Now,
that's fantastic. So just coming back again, so we've got the websites that I will put on so you can contact. Is there any other way we can contact you? Through Facebook or email, or is there any other way you'd like people to get in touch with you?
Yeah. The email address, I can give you mine if you want. My Gmail.
Okay.
It's Dubel, DUBEL LENI.
Okay, I will pass on Lenny's email to anyone who wants to keep in touch with her. But they can get in touch with you on Facebook. Do you have a Facebook page for this, or is it just your private Facebook?
Yeah, we do have an ego integration on Facebook group page, and then we have wholeworldpeaceandtarot.com Facebook page, and then most of it I just kind of put on my own page, and I Am is also one of the Facebook pages.
That's wonderful. And just to finish, do you have any plans to train up any other people so they can actually go out and you know, work with more people? Are you just going to do this the way you're doing? Are you going to do some official stuff as well with people, official courses?
Do you mean teaching others to do this?
Yeah, more like training people up, like, so that, because some people are funny, and if you say to them, I'm trained, then they're more likely to use the technique. Do you see what I mean? I mean, some people will be like me and they'll just go off and they'll do it. But then you get other people that want the certificates and they want to know, you know, is this safe? And unfortunately, you know, a lot of people in the world can be like that. So do you intend to create teachers? No, it's just to be realistic. You know, I had this incredible vibrational therapist, and for years and years and years he worked with me and he healed me of everything, and then he got old and ended up having a stroke, and unfortunately he had never trained anyone properly to take over. So what do you feel? I mean, you've got this incredible technique, this incredible way of healing people and pain. Do you think that you will be training any teachers at all, or creating an academy of healing? Or
I've always, you know, I've wanted to from the beginning. The integration itself, to be able to see spirit, the ego integration part, and then the energy work. I could train them, but I use my guides for that too. They tell me what to do, so they'd have to be able, absolutely, that I would train them to do this. But the healing blueprint is more take that and do it on their own. There's no energy work involved in that. So yeah, I would love to train someone to do integrations. I've kind of been watching for the game to pass it along. Would be
fabulous. So
yeah,
there you go. But anybody can do it. And that's the beauty of it. It's easy.
yeah,
This is
yes.
what I love about it's like Buddhism. Like people will go to Buddha and he would simplify everything. It's the breathing, it's your life experience. It's easy and anyone can do it. You know, you don't need to learn all these symbols, with all due respect to Reiki and everything. You don't have to learn like years and years of symbols. You don't have to sit for hours and hours meditating. You can do this within seconds. And I invite you to do it. The quick fix while you're sitting there on the train, on the way to work, and you've got a headache, close your eyes, surrender, bring the headache in, and see how you feel. See how you feel. Keep doing it. So, you know, I do it over the day quite a lot. And it's okay to do that, to keep doing it over. I presume you need to drink water because you're detoxifying. I presume, you know, when you're healing, you have to drink more water and rest more and take care of yourself. Because could you have a detox from this in some way if you did it for too long?
Could you have a detox, did you ask?
Yeah. Where sometimes things get worse before they get better. As we know this happens, you know, if we're working with healing, it does happen. Does it happen with this technique?
The only thing I've had detox with is when I work on people energetically and they have a energy. Sometimes for a few hours there will be an energy detox, but not with the healing blueprint, not at all.
Not at all. So you can do the healing blueprint, as I say, while you're watching television. You know, you pause for a second, or even while you're watching. I've done it. Just close your eyes, say, hey, I'm laying down my guns. There you go, leg. Come on in, have a cup of tea. We talked about that. Have a cup of chamomile or have a glass of champagne and make it fun. Cut. Sorry, I'm going through a bit of bronco stuff at the moment. Okay. Make it fun, guys. Make it fun because you are creative beings. And as soon as you bring in the laughter and the fun, you feel that your depression will start to lift a little bit. Your pain will start to go down a little bit. And just be happy and do what you love, because this is what we're doing. We're making the body happy. We're bringing the joy back into the body, because when that happens, your blood can flow. You know, and everything relaxes. It's the same as Louise Hay says about people that have serious blood disorders or heart disorders. The joy is missing in the body. So it's nothing new, is it, Lenny? You've just come up with something simple and easy, which fits 2017, and you know, it fits us. It fits us in this century when we want everything boom, 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 click, 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 click. So thank you so much, Lenny. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
And I'm going to go off and I'm going to practice the sleep one. And I'm going to try and get this done as soon as I can, get it up so everybody can watch it. And then we can, you know, hopefully help a lot more people around the world. Do you have any plans to come to England at all?
Not anytime soon. Nope.
Not soon. What's your cat's name, by the way?
Marley. She's named after Bob Marley.
Oh, really? Bob Marley. Oh, wow. Now, cats are the best healers of all. I've got two, and if you look at them, they are just totally in the moment, totally at peace. They're amazing. Anyway, so I'm going to sign off here from Moving On TV, from awesome people from around the world. And of course, you can contact me to find out more. It's Lauren with an E at movingontv.uk. And if you want to come on and talk about anything that is helping the world in any way, because you are all unique and everyone has a right to their story. If you live in England or if you're in the area, pop in. There's Moving On TV. This is the studio. And if you're on Zoom, if you're anywhere in the world, then we can now interview you. It's so exciting. So lots of love and blessings. And thank you so much, Lenny. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. Have a beautiful day wherever you are. And I'm looking forward to everyone healing themselves within seconds, minutes, by using the wonderful blueprint. So you take care. And if you have any questions for Lenny, please email me at laurenwithane@movingontv.uk and I'll pass them on. And maybe we'll bring her back at some point and do another show where she can answer your questions, because it's just so amazing to have you here, Lenny. So thank you very much. Signing off from Moving On TV. Namaste. Take care, everyone. Have a beautiful day and stay well and joyful.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed the healing codes. It's quite simple really, because I'm drinking so much water now. I have to keep running to the loo. I'm on my second bottle, small bottle. No, I'm on my fourth or fifth small bottle, and of course everything's coming up now. Right, the healing codes. It's really simple to do. And to put a light. God, it's got really dark. What you do is you just surrender. I'm surrendering now. Okay. Oh God, it's 6 o'clock. We're missing it. I need to go, guys. I'll have to put it on later. Sorry about that, Paul. But I didn't realize it was already 6 o'clock.